Most people don't realize this, but your logo might be silently killing your brand right now. Not because it looks terrible, but because it doesn't make people feel anything. And that's exactly where I went wrong. When I first started my business, I thought a logo was just something you needed to tick off the list, pick a font, add an icon, choose a color. Done. That's what I did. And at first, I thought it looked fine. Clean enough, simple enough. But then something strange started happening. People would visit my page and leave. They'd scroll, but not engage. They'd look, but not remember. And I couldn't figure out why, because everything else felt right. The offer was good. The idea was solid, but something wasn't connecting. Then one day, someone said something that completely changed how I looked at branding. They said, "Your business feels real, but your brand doesn't." That stuck with me, because it made me realize something important. A logo isn't decoration, it's communication. It tells people instantly, can I trust this? Is this professional? Is this worth my time? And mine wasn't saying any of that. So I did what most people do. I tried to fix it myself. I changed fonts, tried different layouts, watched tutorials. I learned about spacing, typography, color theory, and I spent hours, days, trying to get it right. But no matter what I did, it still felt random, because I wasn't designing with intention. I was guessing. That's when everything clicked. I stopped asking, how do I make this look good? And started asking, what is this supposed to communicate? And that's when I realized I didn't need more tools. I needed someone who already understood branding, someone who had done this over and over again, someone who knew how to turn an idea into identity. So I started looking differently, not for cheap logos, not for fast logos, but for proof. Designers who had consistent work, clear style, strong identity across multiple brands, because real skill leaves patterns. I found someone whose work instantly stood out. Everything they made looked intentional, balanced, professional. So I reached out. I explained who I am, what my business does, how I want people to feel, and then I waited. A couple of days later, I got the first concept, and I remember just staring at it, because for the first time, my brand made sense. It wasn't just nice looking. It felt right. It looked like something people could trust, something people could remember, something people could take seriously. And here's what surprised me the most. Once the logo was right, everything else got easier. Content looked better. Messaging felt clearer. Confidence went up. Same business, same idea, but a completely different perception. So if you're trying to build a brand right now, don't just create a logo. Create something that communicates, because that's what people respond to. If you want to do what I did, I've linked the place I used below. Take your time, look through different styles, and find someone whose work already looks like the future version of your brand, because once your logo finally clicks, everything else starts to fall into place.